Many practitioners, many yogis, they choose loneliness in the high mountains or forests, or even in the cold Himalayas without houses, without anything. They just deal with it by too more heat or by mental willpower, yeah, or just know how to take care of themselves. For men, it's easier. For women, I wouldn't recommend it. It's a hardship. Women are more fragile, yeah, and more subject to risk. Many times I knew that already in India, going alone. It was risky, I encountered many times in risky situations. Luckily, God felt that I'm too stupid, so has had to take care of me. I was blind, deaf and dumb, too much in love with God, too much feeling sorry for the world, so I just relied on faith to go alone in India. It's not safe at all. Don't do that, please. And living alone in the wilderness, all you have is God. You just have to rely on that alone. Nothing really is safe for you anywhere, not to talk about in the forest alone, yeah, and cold weather and all that. I'm very small, fragile, and I'm born with tropical blood. So I feel colder than most of people if you live in a cold country, if you're born in a cold country. After a while, get more used to it, but still never risk it. It's different than in your home. Your backyard is different than your forest area. But I also don't have much choice. I like to be alone, to concentrate, to meditate whenever I can, and to live more simple, to have more garnished power to do things, to do God's will, to do God's mission. Otherwise, I also would prefer somewhere safer, yeah. Or go to the ashram, and do work there and also see all of you. Just at the moment, the program is not like that. I have to do what I have to do in different times. I guess it's like the people working from home. All right, I just wanted to share with you the joy of victory. And I wish I could have more victories to share with you if I'm allowed to tell. Many things I'm not allowed to tell. Also, many things do not concern you, or not to have to make you worry too much, or having high hopes too early. So forgive me that I can't just tell you everything, but I do tell you enough things, what you need to know and how you need to practice. Or in case the left ear is too loud, you just press your palm. You breathe deeply and keep it as deep as much as you can and keep it where it went in. And with your mouth even open also to take in as much air as possible so that your cheeks even puff up. And put your palm, your left palm, tight onto the left ear. Keep it until you have to breathe out, and then you release it. Do it a couple of times, or even one time, the left ear troubling noise will disappear, okay? Are you understand what I'm saying now? Left palm tight onto the left ear so that you don't hear anything from outside. You just hear probably boom, boom, boom inside the ear. And then after you breathe out, you release the palm, the hand. Press your left palm, the inside palm, not the outside bony area, but the inside of the palm. Press it on your left ear tightly. Keep it there with your breath in. And when you breathe out, okay, then you release the palm. And you won't hear that disturbing noise anymore. That disturbing noise on the left ear is never good, okay? When it's gone, then you don't have to hold your palm like that anymore. But you could do it a couple more times, just to be sure, and then don't do it again. You can press the left and the right palms, both at the same time together, tight onto both ears, and release them together. with the breath. That's what I just remembered now to tell you. For some new people, yeah, breathe in very deeply and keep it. If you breathe together with the mouth also to bring in as much air as possible, even the cheeks pop up or not, and then you press both palms on both sides on the ears very tightly and release them together with the breath when you breathe out. Last, after you keep it for so long, and finally you release the breath, breathe out and also release both palms, not just left palm. But even if you don't have time to do too much, when you're too busy, then you sit there and just breathe in and cover the left ear alone is also enough. And then with the right ear, you still can handle your phone or write things. Sometimes I have to do that. If I'm too busy, then I use my left hand to do other things and use my feet to do other things at the same time. Or just use one hand to spoon feed myself and the other hand to continue working. Super. Now and then, breathe deep, okay? Remember. And then walk out sometimes in the fresh air, yeah? Don't go too far. And you have to be dressed warmly before you walk out of your tent or your warm area. Another thing is at night, you should not leave the heater on unless you arrange it well. So that, for example, the tent, you can leave it open only with the net door closed so the air can come into the tent. But the outside of the tent has to be securely protected by just even a soft, clear plastic sheet or even canvas or cloth. It's a very free life. But you must take good care of yourself, okay? At night, you must turn off the heater or you put an alarm, so that you see whether or not maybe you sleep too deep or meditate too deep so you don't feel that the tent inside is too hot or your room is too hot. You put an alarm clock so you wake up and turn it off or turn it lower, something like that. And you must always have a warm blanket, yeah? And warm packs. Because the heat is sometimes too hot and you can't control it too much. So if you turn it off or turn it very low, you need to warm your body with other ways. If you don't have packs, just fill hot water in the bottle, tighten it well, wrap a towel, a small towel that you wipe your hands with, not the face towel, that square, the longer towel, maybe 40 centimeters long and thin, or the best is maybe the kitchen towel, yeah? About 40, 50 centimeters long, yeah? And about 30 centimeters wide. You wrap it around that bottle so it doesn't feel too hot. And don't put it next to your skin. Put it outside your shirt, near where you sleep, just both sides or one side. Just warm water. That will keep you warm the whole night. And in the morning, you could even drink the water from that. It's still warm. There are many ways you can live your life, actually. It's just a little bit harder than having a room. But if you organize well, your life is good. And feel grateful. I'm grateful that I could. Sometimes you can't. There's some situations that you're allowed to, and that God protects you. We just have to pray every day. Thank God, yeah? And if we're lucky, we can live freely, peacefully. Like the woman, 70 years in the wilderness, yes. And the other man, 20 years. And the English gentleman is still living that life, but with less comfort than I, he just has a cart, two-wheel cart, the wooden wheels only even. And he pulled it with him everywhere he goes, just like you pull a trolley in your garden, But he has things on it, some clothes or something in it. And at night he sleeps under the trolley with a plastic cover on top, covering himself from rain. Wow, I don't know how he lives that way, actually. I don't know if that's safe enough or the rain doesn't come in. It doesn't look safe enough, but I guess when it's raining very hard, then he covers everywhere. He should just buy a tent and put it on top of the cart, or even put it next to the cart only. That would be wonderful. I think enough chatting today. I was excited to tell you these things. I wanted to tell you several days ago, but too busy, too busy. Today I just delayed all the work first to talk to you, and now I have to go back to work. It's very late at night now, but I still can work. May God bless us all, protect us all, and love us all forever. Amen. Love you guys. God love you. I love you.